Hey folks, welcome back to Raven's Realm, a tabletop gaming podcast. I guess just Raven's Realm. What we're doing right now. There's all kinds of accoutrements I want to add to that. Raven's Realm, I don't know. We're gonna run weird games and shit. And we're actually back to Season 2's main line, Savior Cycle. When we last left our heroes on the bloody beach looking out towards Leonise, we were kind of figuring out where we were gonna go and stuff. But before all of that, let's get into intros. Hey y'all, I'm Brandon Tomlinson, and I will be your MC, GM, storyteller, whatever, tonight. Chris.
Hey, I'm Chris. I'm playing Skyer the Witch.
Justin. Ryan.
Hi everyone, I am Ryan and I'll be playing Hero the Hex.
Hi.
I'll go. Hi, I'm Kai. I'll be playing Niobe today, the daughter of Medusa.
Justin. Bourne. Chad Squatch. Person
He's
who
distracted
is-
by the barefoot in the woods.
Just look behind him. That's who he's playing as.
We've been
There you
talking for
go.
like a half hour before this leak, and now
He looks really
Just-
confused, I will say.
And looks very focused too, yeah.
which is
Can you
unusual.
hear us?
Oh, that would be unfortunate.
Do we want to recap?
Yeah. I'm gonna let y'all call together a recap because I think we mostly talked it all over. Someone take it away.
I'll do it. We tried. Okay, so we are a weird gang of weirdos. I don't know how else to put that. Who got together because of some crazy events in the city of the Savior. Long story short, a lot of stops along the way. We discovered that there are the existence of these things that are kind of like deities in their own way. We don't actually really know what they are. So we have been trying to basically do a world tour in order to investigate.
And the Raven left?
Do it?
The
Oh.
silver dollar?
Oh, yes. Then we tried to make our way over to Zuland, but we ended up in a place called Corsten, which was actually my character's homeland. And from there, a bunch of stuff happened. We tried to go again to Zuland and ended up closer to a place called Leonise and ended up fighting some merfolk for kind of no reason. And that was most of last episode. And then we ended up standing on the beach, and I think we ultimately, it might still be up for debate, but I think we ultimately ended up deciding to go towards our original course, which was Zulin, because I believe Niobe, Kai's character, has some beef to squash with her mother, the original Medusa.
And some stew to give to Chad Squatch.
Yes. I missed a lot of details on the way, but that's kind of where we're at.
We got all of the important things. Oh, we have a lionese-ish pet named Samuel, I think.
Yeah, merman named Samuel is very much willing to say whatever it is to stay alive.
Indeed.
You've also, I mean, to set the scene here, y'all are standing on a beach looking over the bay. It is covered in blood, and there's like 7 like very smushed corpses where someone has gone and kind of big clapped people's heads to smash them.
Oh wait, Brandon, I do have a question. I remembered something that maybe I shouldn't have. Am I still a frog?
You are still a frog.
No. Okay.
I was going to
right,
get to
I-
that as I'm
I almost
painting the
forgot
scene.
As things suddenly came to me, I was like, oh my god, am I an amphibian?
So Chad Splash, inexplicably, probably not at all related to all these dead bodies, your hands are covered in blood.
Inexplicably?
Inexplicably.
Hmm.
How bloody am I looking at? Am I looking at like
You
I
got
dug into someone's torso or
Fire
like,
giant
elbow
tampon.
deep? Okay.
so like, look, what happened was you had them all lined up on the beach. They surrendered. And y'all were like, hey, who's gonna give us some information? And one of them raised their hand real quick, and then the other ones like went to raise their hands real quick. And then very quickly Hero was like, well, I think that one got dibs. To which point they got him to spill all the beans, and so you said you didn't need the others, and you killed them.
Chat Squatch did that? Oh, that's right. We panned the camera so you didn't watch me just go and McMurder everyone.
Yes.
Oh god, it's usually not this messy.
And so, I mean, from there, Kai, you have both a pet named Samuel, while also being a frog. I guess the group has a pet named Samuel, really. Also a fish in a jar. It's a clownfish. And yeah, that's setting the scene up right here. You got all these dead bodies, a clownfish in like a little jar, and a very, very scared merman who's just standing there. We got Chad Squatch sitting there all bloody. I don't really remember the context for Skyer. What's Skyer looking like right here?
I think Skyer was. I mean, he was participating definitely. So, he's probably kind of looking nervous at the fact that we're standing near all these dead bodies. So, I think Skyer is just gonna stand there and say, "Well, we better get a move on soon before the rest of these soldiers show up."
All right. And what is Hero up to?
I'm gonna go and squat near Niobe, like kind of squat down and look critter frog form and say, Niobe, how much longer will you be a frog? I was wondering if you could turn into a snake and eat all these dead bodies.
I don't know. I mean, I don't want to be a frog. I don't think I chose to be a frog. Do I want to be a snake right now? I think I kind of want to be a human being.
Oh.
Let's see what happens. You know?
See what
Clearly, I
happens.
can't control it. No, absolutely not, Chad Scott. No amphibian jokes. This is not funny. My eyes are insanely large right now, and I'm not enjoying it. Okay.
Samuel? I'll look around. Is he here? It's tied up, right?
Oh yeah. Well, no, not even tied up. Samuel's just still sitting on his knees in the sand, really hoping he's not about to get murdered.
Samuel, are you okay?
I think so.
Oh, well, do you happen to know a proper ritual for these merfolk? I know it just is so unfortunate what we had to do, but, can't just leave these dead bodies here, can we?
Yes, we absolutely can. They tried to kill us. One of them turned me into a fucking frog. And they were being bloody rude, if I do have to say so myself. I say we just leave them there. Send a message.
Niobe, I have a small confession to make.
Yes.
It was actually my spell that backfired and caused you to turn into a frog. I'm responsible for your present condition. Perhaps
What?
I can reverse it somehow.
You did what?
Yes, I was
Well,
going to...
I was aiming.
I almost drowned in bloody salt water. Trying to kill these people. And now you're saying it was you that did this to me.
I swear I was aiming for somebody else.
Get better, old man. And she's kind of gonna hop into the corner. She's very mad.
Don't you have an ability that lets you just always revert to human form?
No, I have to roll con,
roll, yeah.
which is +0.
Let's do it.
What's the reroll time on it?
Shoebox.
There isn't. Well, it just says, you,
Okay.
if I don't get a 10 plus, I either can't change form again, or I retain a snake-like feature, which I assume would be frog, or I forget a nuance of civilization.
And I think I wanted us to start this session with that roll.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Okay, but the question is, if I fail, am I a frog, or do I go back to being a snake?
If you fail this roll, we'll cross that bridge.
Is there any
You
way
know I'm going to fail this roll.
we can
Your
aid?
con, I'm looking at your con right now.
It's
is
0, like everything else. Oh no, it's
No.
+1. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I have a better chance than every wisdom roll I've made. Okay. Okay. Let's just get it out of the way. Why am I rolling with it? No, I did. I wish that was true, but it's not. I'm gonna roll that again.
Okay.
Being honest, I rolled with advantage for no reason. 8.
There you go.
It's not a 10,
Choose
but it's
one.
an 8.
You can't change form again right now. You retain a frog-like feature, like whatever. You forget a nuance of civilization, or retain frog instincts. What do you want to do here?
God, do I have to choose?
You do.
No.
You've retained the frog vent.
The question is, how much control does Niobe have right now? Which is not a lot.
You get to
I
choose
think-
a bullet.
Yeah. I don't even want to think about what forgetting a nuance of civilization would mean as a frog. So I think I'm just gonna go with retain a frog-like feature.
Can it be the
But
big eyes?
you get to choose what that is. No. That was the only thing I didn't want you to say. Fine, whatever. So I have massive frog eyes, and I'm back to being a human-like. Okay.
Do your
could have been
snakes
worse.
have the frog eyes too? Your snake hair?
That's a good question. Great.
Snake hair, frog eyes.
Snake have frog eyes. But do my little snakes in my hair have frog eyes also?
Absolutely.
Oh god, that's horrifying. I just look like I'm insane. Okay, so Niobe kind of dusts herself off, clearly covered in sand and still uncomfortable about having been in salt water. And also, I think was a snake for the past couple of weeks, so definitely hasn't been a human for a long time. And it's still
Actually, it's been
definitely
a really long
not.
time.
Yeah, it's been a really long time. I think she's just gonna kind of stare with her beady frog eyes at Skya in absolute disgust and disdain.
That's
Also, she doesn't know what she looks like, by the way. She doesn't have a mirror, so.
back to normal. See, that wasn't so bad.
The new normal.
Skyer, I don't think
do
that's
that.
exactly how she looked like prior.
No, she looks great.
What do you mean?
Shall we?
Oh, never mind. Do you see any better?
See any better?
Uh,
Not really.
Oh. Okay. Forget I asked. But Samuel, nothing? Should we just leave the bodies here? Do you think your people would find them?
He's like looking around nervous and kind of they're on a beach. He's thinking, no, I don't think that they'd find them here. We don't really come onto the surface.
No. So you just decided to attack us then?
So when y'all kill each other, do y'all
Yes.
just toss each other outside of the ocean onto the beach? Like we do with rivers and oceans? And are dead?
What,
Yep.
Chad Scotch?
Yes, yeah, that's exactly what we do.
Nothing.
Huh. Well,
I don't know what you're talking about.
that's good.
I
Yes,
think we need to leave. I don't want to be here any more than I've ever wanted to be anywhere ever.
I second that notion.
I will.
Chad Scott starts to dig through the pockets and everything and kind of seeing if there's any kind of food or treats.
I will agree.
And
Maybe
while
wet.
he's doing that on these dead bodies that are all messed up, he's talking, holding a casual conversation with Samuel, and just like, I don't normally do this kind of stuff, but it's the circumstances when you get attacked, you gotta kill people sometimes.
Oh, what kind of food would like merfolk just carry? Would there be like
Kale, dried kelp.
a bag of minnows?
Kippers.
A bag of what? Minnows?
Yeah.
I like that, the dried minnow idea, or maybe just minnows, yeah.
It's minnows.
Can of
yeah. and it's
sardines.
So in their pockets is like dead minnows, and I'm just kind of pulling them out and putting them into a bag. Go great with the mushrooms, you guys.
They would kill them, right? Like they would just keep like a mesh bag with like minnows in it.
Yeah,
Kinda
they would already be dead outside of this. What?
Oh yeah, I guess they would at this point.
As Chad
No.
Scotch is doing that, I think Niobe's just going to start walking off.
What?
Okay. So it sounds like
Well-
Niobe, are you doing lead the way?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, it is where I'm from. Makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll give you advantage even on this one. So go ahead and roll plus wisdom to lead.
I will.
Oh, the wisdom roll. Lovely. Okay. Got it.
I would like to keep Samuel company while we're walking.
Okay.
Sure, he doesn't try to slip away.
Yeah, I think that's a scout. Also a wisdom roll though.
Sure.
What else do we need?
Someone to manage the food as y'all are on y'all's way. Make sure you have enough rations or can find scouts kind of gather and forage enough food.
I'm really good about collecting food, you guys. You might want to put me in charge of food. Just saying.
Sounds good to
Sounds
me.
like a job for you. Yes.
I might need a bigger bag.
Go ahead and roll through plus wisdom.
Oh, we're doing great.
The fact that
Wonderful.
mine was the highest roll is sad.
I got a 5 for the podcast world.
Oh, everyone that rolled had a +0 to whatever they got.
Great.
Lost,
Got it.
are we?
Not incredibly lost, actually.
Hmm. I also got the 5 for the podcast world.
Oh, I got a 7.
Thank you. Audio listeners will appreciate that.
Chad Scotch got a 5. The ball is rolling up the hill, my friends.
Let's see. Then there's one more. Lead the way. We've got.
I think I'm the only one who didn't do anything, so I might as well fly.
Mm-hmm.
Get up and fly. Where's my character sheet?
Call that one. Stay sharp.
Stay sharp.
Or actually, it's scout ahead. So, stay sharp would have been what we had Hero doing. So you're going to scout ahead and see what dangers Niobe might be leading you into.
Is it wisdom?
Yes.
Another 5!
Oh my god.
Make sure y'all mark that experience, by the way.
Oh,
Mine
and
did
then
it
I marked my
automatically this
misfortune.
time.
Oh right. What happened with your misfortune?
I just
just get a
have
point.
it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, point. I forgot. That reminded me. Ooh.
Well, fuck.
Yeah.
I kind of know the way, but everything
here's the
else
deal.
is fucked up.
Yeah. You're leading them in the right direction. But along the way, y'all completely run out of food. There was a bunch of minnows, and you were really heavily reliant on that for the pack rations. But then you realized that they weren't preserved at all. In fact, had started to rot about halfway around Corsten.
I will.
So now you. Uh-huh.
I'll look to Chad Squatch. Chad Squatch, we're out of food.
Yeah, I thought they were preserved, but it turns out they were just sun dried.
Oh no.
So what food did you have Samuel carrying?
I will look at Samuel.
He's not here anymore. He definitely ran off with whatever food you gave.
Oh.
I'm gonna say it was cakes.
Oh no. Seem to have lost Samuel. Dang it, I was planning that he would be the backup option for you all.
Tell me we didn't give him the cakes.
Well, you see, I was, I gave him the cakes. He offered to hold them, so I let him.
Chad Squatch grimaces a little bit.
I'm sorry.
So yeah, I'm gonna definitely say that right now everyone's got some disadvantage happening from hunger.
Okay, I have something. I can't find it on here, but I have it on my regular thing, which is because I am a snake person that I get to ignore rations as long as we're in a place that has live things in it. Does this count towards that? Or no?
Absolutely.
Okay, so Niobe's fine.
Oh.
Good.
Sorry guys, are you starving?
Is there something like double disadvantage because he's a glutton?
No.
Oh,
No double
okay,
disadvantage.
okay.
That's just you lose. However, so Sky, you're out scouting around and trying to get a course charted out above, and maybe looking for dangers out ahead. When a glow from the fields between Zillan and Corsten catch your eye, it is entrancing and trying to lure you into it. What do you do?
Am I the only one who sees it?
Yeah, you're flying up above on your broom.
Alright, I'm gonna fly down. I'm gonna try to keep an eye on it. Keep tracking it. Is it pretty far from me?
And in fact, it
Or-
is compelling. You understand that it is mentally compelling you. Rather, you
Oh.
don't understand that, but meta, that's what's about to happen. So as your character's maybe not trying to go towards it, I'm gonna need you to. How are you gonna resist that?
Actually, I think Skyer, with his curiosity, would
Would
not
he?
resist.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he would still possibly call down to the rest of them and
Mhm.
say, I believe there's a will-o'-the-wisp.
A what?
Will-o'-the-wisp. That's a mouthful.
What is that?
A beacon.
A beacon of what?
You go to check it out. All right.
Yeah.
Well, we have
So
to
as
follow him.
Yeah, but y'all aren't quite as fast. So you see this stalk of wheat with a glowing yellow bulb kind of just hung over like this, hanging from it. And
Sounds like a
uh-huh.
anglerfish.
Ooh,
Anyway.
that is good foreshadowing. So as you like go and get off of the broom. You're standing in this like grassy field. And as soon as your feet touch the ground near it, the ground starts to rumble. What do you do?
Do I still feel compelled, or do I feel frightened at this point?
I would say now that you're kind of in the area of it, and even meta, you're having like, this is a trap. Like, since going off, yeah, that's now definitely going off for your character.
Yeah, I'll probably just try to like warn the others. I'll call out to the others. It is no wisp. It is not a wisp.
And
I don't know what a wisp is.
And all y'all are going to see is like this giant maw come out of the dirt, and like
God.
a giant cloud of dirt, and everything else just chomps down on him.
Like a shopping mall?
A maw. M-A-W.
like a shopping mall.
You're gonna take 1 damage only,
Wow.
Skyer.
Oh, okay.
He's not on the ground.
The broom is still just sitting there, maybe floating in the air. He is, but yeah, you just saw this. So you see this like big whale with jagged teeth come through the ground, spit up a bunch of like dirt and shit like that, and then just dive back down into the dirt.
Is it gone?
Yes, it is gone now.
I'll run over. Are you all right?
It's not here.
Oh. Is his broom here?
Yes.
Oh, he left his broom. I'm going to attempt to grab it.
What happens when he does that?
I'm pretty sure it tries to squirm out of your grasp.
I will try
Like
to hold
Cinderella.
on.
Yeah. So when you
I have no
try
idea
to
what's going on.
wrangle the orphaned broom, roll plus dex.
11.
Damn.
You have managed to hold on to it.
Niobe, how do you turn this thing off?
And it actually, what it's doing, it is jetting along, and it seems to be following something underground. And you can just from above see the indentations in the ground start to like sink just a little bit. If you were on the ground, it'd be super hard to see, but because you're above, you can really follow it. And the broom seems to be honing in on it.
Hero, where are you going?
Chat Squatch chases after him.
I don't know.
Come on, hero! There's not a time to pollute the broom!
Just be careful in that ditch. Do you see it on the ground there?
He's
Don't
just
fall
running.
in.
He's trucking.
Trucking after.
Full truck.
I
Barely
think
seeing the
Naomi's not
ground.
gonna full truck because she doesn't want to also die, but she's gonna take out her bow and like follow behind and try and shoot at the first thing that like would come out of the ground.
All right. Higher, what are you doing? It caught in this maw, not chewed up yet, but it is trying. It is struggling to chew you.
Oh my god. I'm gonna try to get out.
How?
I'm just
Get
gonna try to
out.
I will yeah, I'll just straight up squeeze. Just try to
Squeeze?
get out between your teeth. Yeah.
Yeah, roll plus strength to try and bend the maw of this thing.
Okay.
Old man strength.
Did that go through?
Do you have a non-public
Oh.
roll? Nope,
There we
it went through. Sweet.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
As it continues to chomp.
Oh
You're gonna take 6
no!
points of damage.
Ah. Oh!
Oh, I got 11.
Can we
for the
hear
stream.
that?
I'm dying.
Most certainly not, right? But go ahead and throw like perceive realities.
Okay.
You always ask the wisdom questions.
Shh. Stop talking. Why am I running on advantage? What's going on? Well, I was with advantage and I failed, so I'll just take that.
I get another misfortune. Stacking a lot of those today.
No, I'm gonna level up.
Is anyone else at level
Posthumously.
4 and 2 points away from being at level 5?
I'm at level 4, but I'm only 2 points into level 4.
I am at level 3, 1 point in.
For listeners that haven't done Dungeon World stuff before, or kind of first tuning in with us, you get experience from your failures and stuff. So yeah, every time they roll a bad, they get some XP. And then we have checks at the end to say like role playing flags that were hit and stuff to do experience. Anyways, Nobi, what distracts you from the fact that the ground is starting to sink right around you as you stand in the exact spot that Hero was like, "Hey, watch out for that ditch."
Probably my mother's voice again, I would say. Especially if we're
Ooh.
getting closer to Zuland.
Yes.
Good one.
And the teeth are the first thing that sprout through the dirt under like these fields of grasses, and just chomp in. Maybe you're also going to take 1 point of damage.
I'm glad we're all rolling terribly today, including you.
What's Sasquatch doing?
He might discern realities to see if he could figure out what to do in this situation. Like if there was a weakness, or it's kind of what he's looking for is to kind of see where the chink in the armor is in a way.
Oh, you have a specific ability that modifies
Yeah.
certain realities for that, don't you?
Yeah, where I look
Okay.
for a weakness, or what it's
Okay.
vulnerable or something.
Show that.
Oh no! Oh, that's a 4 for the stream.
Everything looks great. This is
Oh,
great.
No. Oh no!
He eats a mushroom.
And we.
This has
have
been a
been hurt.
disaster, I will say. We're like 10 minutes
night.
in and no one has succeeded other than Ryan on one thing.
Season 2's wrapping up with a TPK.
Jesus Christ.
I have
You know
an
what?
idea.
Wait.
A cold modification is like instead of a boulet, we do like an anglerfish boulet. That sounds fun. And it's like, and it was murder.
And it was.
Sasquatch,
I
you're gonna take
swear.
4 points of damage.
Wait,
Alrighty.
if I have one armor,
Just
do
go-
I take
yeah.
nothing?
Correct.
Yeah, so I think Sasquatch has 1 armor too.
I do.
Okay.
Not wearing armor,
Oh,
I get
man.
1 armor.
No.
So
Can't
like,
you use your luck to not?
That was the other system.
Oh.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
So how much damage did I take?
3
3
points?
if you have 1 armor.
Okay, 1 armor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ugh.
all right. So Chazgots, once again, the teeth form like a ring around, and you just, as you're like, what is its weakness? And it's like, plomp. All right, Hero, what are you doing up there?
I would like to use a misfortune point to find myself exactly where I need to be to inflict the most chaos upon my foes. And the way that this happens is that Hero is just holding on the broom as his friends disappear, and the broom, almost like Doctor Strange-esque, will try to save Skyer by diving in the ground and kind of finding this creature and finding the one that has Skyer at the very least. Is it one or is it? I don't know if it's one or multiple at this point, but we'll find
I
Skyer.
literally hadn't made up my mind yet.
Yeah, at this point, I don't know if it's 3 or 1 we're dealing with here, but dive right for Skyer and try to inflict the most chaos on that one.
I think I'm gonna go with 1. And so yeah, so your aura of misfortune's like shielding you as you like dive into the ground, and the ground is just kind of like getting out of your way as you chase this thing.
It's like I'm
And it chases Skyer.
yeah. And
Oh, Mhm.
Do I see the creature? Am I in the ground? In the ground now, with the broom. I see the creature, and I'm gonna just try
For
to
sure.
use turn my hand into a sword real quick. One arm in the broom, and just try to slash wherever the broom is aiming me towards.
Oh, buddy.
If I
Okay,
can.
so is that your blade of whatever?
Yeah. So when you attack an opponent facing horrible odds or unusual misfortune, either inflict your damage or roll charisma. Either that or I guess hack and slash. I'm not sure which one would be more appropriate here.
I think the latter. When you tee it up with that aura of misfortune, like they are automatically at a disadvantage.
Okay.
Kind
Yeah.
of narratively.
Hopefully this is good. 11.
Ayo.
If I choose 2. Yeah, the third one. Whenever your opponent flees, so long as you'll follow, you'll always be right behind them. I feel like that's appropriate. I'm just like my hand. There's a
Yeah.
glow around it, just stuck, almost glued onto the broom. And then the wound you inflict will never heal. That's gonna be my second one. As I slash across the body, trying to find Sky. As I'm
Okay.
yelling, Sky, the broom, it's looking for you. I don't know if you can hear me,
Damage.
but yeah. Okay. 3.
Yeah, it's just like a minor cut.
Mhm.
But it's just big enough for you to see into the stomach of this sort of thing. So, Sky, you're able to hear that.
Fire! Over here! I've cut it!
Hero, save me!
Do I get
will
any
try.
idea that this thing could be communicated with?
Is it sentient?
Doesn't even really need to be sentient. I can talk to trees.
Right. So, I
Thank
mean,
you.
that's kind of where I'm like, I'm pretty sure you can just talk to things that are alive.
And it's not just like a pile of dirt. It is like,
Yes.
A thing?
It is a.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and parlay with this thing to let us go.
Okay.
I love it.
Can I do that?
You are allowed to do that, and you are not at disadvantage.
Lovely. And I also have +2 to charisma and another +1 because of my muse ability. So let's hope that I don't fuck it up further. Okay. 8.
Yeah.
That's an 8.
Trying to say to it because it's like basically it's got like these long wail. I'm just completely making up a monster now. It's like making wailed noises and stuff like that, and yeah, like it's communication. It's what are you asking?
I want it to let us go, but I'm also very curious as to what it is. I think Niobe's just yelling, "Let us go! Don't you want to talk first? How dare you court a lady like this?" Just see what happens.
Okay. I don't think you have a lot of leverage to trigger the parlay, so we need to talk through that sort of thing. So there's no threat here. You're just trying to be.
I'm kind
Yeah.
of trying to distract it from what it is trying to do and just get us some time, essentially. Like, I don't think it's actually going to let us go. I kind of just want to distract it from killing us for the moment.
Gotcha.
Can I
Okay,
add
you-
on to that?
You can.
With I have a move called "What Are You Waiting For?" where it makes the monster lose interest in my companions and only focus in on me. Would that be possible with a worm that's somewhat, or not worm, but a somewhat sentient animal that speaks in orca tongue?
There's no roll required for that.
There is, or when you yeah, there is. It tells you if you fail or pass. Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Well, let's talk through Nobi's thing real quick. So y'all are kind of trying to be chewed up by this thing. As you try to talk to it, You're trying to stall it, so you are successful there, but there's a catch. It's going to let y'all go on the surface. Going to open up the maw and just release y'all. And then start talking there. I've not met anyone who could speak the song of the earth.
It's kind of my vibe, kind of my thing. I'm Niobe. Who are you? What are you? How are you doing?
It starts to like kind of sing a song of like whale song type thing, but when it comes to saying its own name, it lets out like a belch. It doesn't really translate to anything, but it definitely like gave you its name.
Definitely sounded like Rob.
So I thought that you all and your companions sounded tasty, and well, I'm still not convinced that you aren't, but I don't mind talking to my food first.
I promise you, frogs are gross.
And does he see me covered in sand and blood
Yes.
and fur?
Is the blood rusted at this point? Like it's like dried?
Yeah, it's probably
Yeah,
at this point kind
It's all
of.
matted in my fur, as long, with the sand.
As you describe this scene, Hero would, still holding onto the Bourne, attempt to guide it to catch Skyr from falling. That is possible. As you spit out of the mouth.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. The broom did most of the work. Seems that it cares about you very much.
So with
Indeed,
Niobe-
it does.
This conversation, does it look like are you speaking regular language, or are you like?
No,
speaking...
I speak the language of what I'm talking to, so.
Language of the tree.
Yeah, I would definitely try and talk to it in its own tongue.
Yeah. It's like, well, then it's in your interest to keep me entertained. Where are you from?
I'm actually going home to Zealand.
And we don't understand any of this, correct? It's just like girl
Right.
speech. Okay, just making sure.
Well, whale
What?
speech.
What does it sound like? Can we hear?
Just for the podcast listeners at home.
Yeah.
For the podcast listeners. Both sides.
Yeah, so it's just probably like a.
I'll look to Sky. Wow, I didn't know Niobe's voice could go that deep.
No, that's the other thing.
Oh, okay.
What does Niobe say back
Yeah.
so that he could hear it? I'm just curious for the
I hate
podcast.
all of you so much.
It's for the audio podcast.
Yeah.
Yes, for the podcast.
It's for the audio podcast, That's exactly what it's for. Niobe sounds like. That's all you get.
No, that's
That's
great.
good. That's
That's
great.
great.
That's perfect. I think
Bravo.
the podcast listeners will enjoy that one.
They'll really understand what we're
Yeah.
going through right
Yep.
now. Thank you.
Yep.
Beforehand, they were confused.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So what are y'all doing? Y'all gotta talk fast here.
Skyr, should we go? Do you think you can carry all four of us? I like whisper to him.
I can certainly try.
Okay, Chat
Oh.
Squatch, where is he? And I'm gonna look around. Do we see him?
He's still on the
Okay.
ground.
Oh, we should go pick him up.
So, what brings you to this fine field here? Is this where you're from?
Well, there's not lots of roots, and I really enjoy hunting out here. Steps carry a long way. I don't
That
like the
makes-
jungle to the north much.
Oh, why not? Is it my horrible mother?
The roots make it very hard to navigate through the surface.
Oh. Actually, I know a place you would absolutely love.
Uh-huh. Tell me.
Have you heard of St. Gathings?
Right?
It's very much to the east. There's absolutely no roots. It's a very comfortable sandy type soil that is very easy to move through. I know I've been across it myself. And there's lots of prey over there, and they're not very, I don't know, wise to it, I would say.
Now throw parlay again.
Oh, broomstick success. Ooh,
14.
Let's go.
Nice.
So I'm kind of ignoring the parlay words because I think these are actually the base Dungeon World ones, not our modified ones anyways. So the kicker here is that you are trying to get it to go to St. Gathing, right?
Yeah. Well, just away, but yes.
Yeah, it's absolutely going to go, and well, that is quite a ways, but if it's as you say, I haven't seen sand in, well, decades. I think I'm going to go off on that direction.
Oh,
You
it's
and your
definitely
friends
worth
have a
it.
wonderful time.
Oh, and you as well. It was so good to meet you. I'm glad we got a chance to speak.
Likewise. And it kind of sails off. And it's gone.
Oh,
Oh my god. Oh god. Are you guys okay?
yes,
I thought,
perfectly
what did y'all
fine.
talk about? He just left.
Oh, I gave him just a better place to be.
Ooh.
Oh, fun.
Did you tell
We
him
should go.
Greenland?
We should go. We should go like right now. In case he changes his mind. I don't know.
Oh,
Did you tell
should
him
go.
about your apartment in Greenland?
Absolutely not. Oh, I forgot about that. Mrs. Jones is there.
Oh,
I'm sure she's fine.
Is that in the path to? No, it's maybe
Where'd you tell it to go?
St. Gathings. The sand.
ooh.
Oh,
It would be okay. I mean, I don't know if the 30th April is going to be all right. But,
The city's already fucked. It's fine.
we haven't been in quite some time. Maybe we should check it out after Zuland.
I mean, we would be completing the. After Zuland, that's the last place with a known god, right? Because we Because we
Lionel
learned that-
said they didn't have one, but they did have a king. And I don't know
Well, we
about...
also learned. I mean, we learned that the cycle is land-bound, and according to Jables, there is no god in the city of. Sorry, not the city of Sava, St. Gathings anymore. Well, someone
Yes.
told us that.
Ufith, maybe? Oh.
What are
I
y'all
do
doing?
want to get my apartment somewhere, but I have something else to do. My bloody mother to kill.
Yes, yes.
Or control, not kill. Control.
Control, for sure.
Yes, one thing at a
Mhm.
time.
Exactly. And I think we should probably get out of open fields. I don't know if that was the only one. It was quite charming, I will say.
Did you get a name?
I did. I don't know. It was kind of a song, a melody, more than it was words that can be translated into a thing that you would understand.
Oh,
And I feel like it would be a bit rude for me to try and translate it, so I'm just going to leave it there. But yes, it did have a name.
oh, fair enough. Skyr, are we heading in the right direction, or?
Am I flying everybody? Or am I
Oh,
just
Naomi's
getting-
not
anymore,
getting on
right?
that.
Oh,
Not
okay.
getting on that room.
I'll get
I
on
don't
with
think
you,
it got
Skyr,
to.
if that's all right.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
We are heading in the right direction. I think I see the jungle right over there.
Do you see any rabbits that we can hunt?
Yes, I'm getting a strange feeling in my abdominal region.
Oh yes, I could go for some barbecue ribs.
I don't think we have barbecue in Zooland.
What are ribs?
The things inside of most mammalian species.
Good catch.
I was.
Ah,
Yeah.
interesting.
I
Well-
like them raw, but
I guess we should find a place to rest, or is it night, day? What time is it?
It's middle of the day.
Middle of the day? I guess we can travel for a bit and then rest in or outside of Zooland, or
yeah, there's
I don't
nothing
know.
like some adrenaline to keep you going a bit longer.
yes. It was fun, Skyr, the broom. I can see why you
yes.
enjoy riding it.
So y'all gonna make
Yeah.
camp here, or y'all are booking it?
Yes, we'll continue as far as we can before nightfall, I guess.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Would it be faster to go to the City of Savior just to get like a ride to get to Zooland? Since
I-
we're
It's
They're
like,
pretty
mostly there.
far.
oh,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
I believe that would be going in the opposite direction, and we don't know the current state of the city,
Ooh.
so who knows? Maybe there isn't one.
Let's hope that's not true.
Well, at least your apartment will be okay. Maybe we can create a city of the apartment.
That is a great idea. Mrs. Jones would absolutely love that.
Yes, she
Any-
can serve as the first savior. What is it called?
the Savior cycle?
Like a
She can-
leader.
Head of parliament,
Ah, yes,
dictator,
yes.
president, czar. There's many words.
was like
for
a-
leader.
Ah, interesting.
Guy's like, and then like spits up a whole bunch of blood.
Oh,
How
Yeah,
is
not
this guy
good,
doing, by the
good.
way?
Ah!
I'm not feeling too good
I'm-
either, you guys.
yes. I guess we should stop soon. Are you okay? I'll look for any wounds. Could I don't know. Can we heal?
I-
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know how that
Can
works.
robots heal?
I don't know how doing medical treatment works in this. I don't think we've done this yet.
Would you aid? Me?
I guess.
And Chat Squatch got. How bad are you, Chat?
I'm trying to figure
Squatch?
out what damage I took so I can describe it.
You
I know I
3
took 4
points.
damage, or
Yeah,
3 damage
3
with, or 4 damage minus 1.
I guess it's
But-
maybe acidic in some way because you're in the mouth. I don't know if it was an acidic mouth.
I don't know if I was
or if it
in. Was
a
I
bite.
eaten?
Yeah, you were eaten. All 3
Oh.
of you were eaten
Okay.
for the most part.
So does someone have an ability to help y'all heal?
I don't.
Okay. Yeah, then the only way y'all are really gonna
Uh,
get back is if
You
you
make camp, I guess.
yeah.
Okay.
Could I roll for Cauldron's Brew and Potion's Bubble?
Mm.
Okay. And you're gonna
And-
brew like a healing
potions.
potion? Oh, okay.
Yep.
Healing potion. Do it.
Is that broken?
Oh, I
Oh.
have a healing potion, but go for it. I forgot.
Ooh, 3 doses per brew. That might be useful.
Okay, so let's talk through this then. So y'all get to the we'll say you guys make it all the way to the edge of the jungle, but you don't enter just yet.
Sure.
So normally we would make camp. But y'all don't have any rations. but you do have downtime. So go ahead and roll that. Well, no, you don't even have to roll, do you? Brew or 1 weight per 3 doses, and you get 3 doses per brew.
Since I didn't take any wounds during the encounter, I can go search for some food while you all wait here.
I'll come with you, Hero. I didn't take any damage either. Can I leave my healing potion with Skya in any way to try and help make the potion more accurate or effective or something?
Oh,
So
like
yeah,
as
in a
a...
copy? Yeah.
I like that, Skyr. Do you like that?
Yeah.
All right.
I'll give you my healing potion and then I'll follow Hero to get some food.
I've got to go look at
Sweet.
that ability real quick because it looks like there's some fun caveats I get to add to it.
Yeah. I was trying to copy it for you, but I don't know. Couldn't do it.
Do you need Niobe and I to roll anything while you look at that?
No, I don't. Thank you, though.
You're welcome.
There's no rolls. We just do the thing. Ooh, I like the potion is volatile and will explode if dropped or treated roughly.
Perfect.
Might be helpful. Might not.
And for the potion that you have, Niobe, what does that look like? Healing potion. 10 damage. Or remove a debility. Neat. Okay, we'll just let it do the same thing.
Sweet. That seems a little broken. I don't know. It's the same as taking a long rest, right? Essentially.
No, so making camp is the other way to restore HP. So that
Yeah.
restores half of your max HP.
Oh, I see.
Well,
I'm
speaking of,
gonna.
forage. Oh, you're gonna go ahead and drink it?
Yeah. I get 3 doses, right?
You do.
So I'll give 1 to Chaz Squatch.
Hey, Pet,
And
that
then
that
anyone
over
else?
here.
I
Oh,
don't
be
need
careful. It's very volatile.
He's shaking it like a soda, like a champagne into his mouth.
I imagine it's like nitroglycerin, basically, right?
Yeah.
So what happens with that? Does it explode?
I mean, so Chaz, you're like trying to like uncork it by shaking it. You're
Oh,
muted.
you're muted.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to hit the button. So, like, it'd be like popping literally like champagne in a way. He's treating it that way. He's hoping he can shake it and then pop the lid and then shoot it in his mouth like a cartoon.
It's gonna be a little more Hanna-Barbera than that, though, probably.
Yeah, a little bit.
Go ahead and throw. You know what? Throw dexterity. See what this is.
Oh my god, 6.
That was
Is it
almost
another
Snake
misfortune
Eyes.
point?
I'm gonna level up in like 5 minutes here with these rolls.
Yeah. So
Do I miss? Do I take damage?
the explosion of positive energy. No, we're just gonna go straight where my brain initially went here. And... How does? No, I don't like that because that's potentially deadly.
Accidental decapitation?
Right.
Well, no. So have y'all ever dealt with like D&D Third Edition and like trying to contemplate like what it means to take damage from positive energy? Back-
Yes to the first part, but not the second.
Yeah.
Right, and so that was if you went into the positive energy plane, like it was basically you'd die of like tumors and like accelerated growth.
Mm.
And I was like, is that what I want to do here? I feel like that's a little bit harsh for just one roll. But also I kind of love it. I know. It oxidizes you. Like it accelerates a bit of aging. Your hair grows out.
Is it like a wicked cool, like silver hair, like Gandalfish,
Yeah, actually.
but full body Gandalf?
Yeah.
I love it.
But you have the ability of like aged.
You guys, I've ascended into a Yeti. You see it? I'm a Yeti. He's in a lot of pain. The skin is like completely melting a bit. He's just, the hair's matted, it's still covered in blood and sand, and he's just crazy.
Yeah, it is not a glorious look at all. It's more like, I don't know, like the mole people from like the Time Machine movie and stuff like that. Like it is.
Oh, Chet Squatch, you look great.
I've never been a Yeti before. My brother turned into a Yeti. Yeah. But this is great. I can't wait to tell him. I'm gonna write to Jeffrey Squatch. It's all gonna go down.
What is a Yeti? Is it your next evolution?
It's what we ascend to.
Did you say your brother's name was Jeffrey Squatch?
No, that's my husband.
Your husband?
Oh.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did he live in the park with you?
No, I hadn't seen him since I was like 2 years old. We imprinted on each other, and we are just madly in love for the rest of our life. But we're very, very, like to keep to ourselves, and he's like that too. It kind of works out really well. But yeah, he lives over in Greenland.
Oh, well, I hope that he found your apartment, Niobe, and is staying with, what's her name?
Mrs. Jones.
Yes.
You better watch out, Chad Squatch. Mrs. Jones might take your husband.
Oh.
I don't think that worked that way, because he's imprinted on me.
You never know the charms of an old lady.
He slams his fist into the ground. You never know. but I do.
Well,
okay, I'm gonna go get food.
Yes, let's go, Niobe.
Let's get that forage roll.
Which would be?
Wisdom, actually.
Wisdom? Okay.
Of course it is.
6.
I'm convinced Brendan hates me.
I would say that
got an
Hero's gonna be a bit distracted asking Niobe some questions. He's not really looking.
Yeah, Niobe's kind of... I think she's very much used to like looking for rodents and things like that, but she's a little bit more frog than she normally is, and it's slightly more difficult than it would normally be for her, especially with Hero asking questions.
Yeah. So definitely the scene that would be set up here is y'all are kind of walking the edge of the forest looking for food. And Hero, you're really looking at the tree. Now, for some reason, you just know that this is an area. There are giant birds called rocks in the area.
So, Niobe, what is your plan once we head into Zuland?
Well, first of all, talk quieter.
Oh,
There's...
sorry.
Yes, we are trying to catch prey, so we want to be quiet in general. There's also lots of dangerous things, including large-ass birds that will just take you, like bigger than the crow, that will just take you.
Oh.
Lots of people we've lost, and I haven't seen again because of that.
Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that. I will try
it's
to
fine,
keep
they
it down.
And
Um,
as you say that, this giant bird just swoops down
Oh my!
and picks you up.
can I try and shoot it?
You can try and shoot it.
Oh.
Yeah, volley it.
I'll whisper down, Niobe, I think it has me, as I'm like flying away.
11?
Throw your damage.
Oh yeah, my damage is cracked. I'm a D10. Oh, 3. I had the chance to do well.
Arrow shoots right into it. It's kind of flying up, and it's got Hero like grabbed in its arms. What do you do here?
Oh, why, hello there. And then I'm gonna turn my hand into a sword and slash away.
Hack and slash.
11.
Throw your damage.
Alrighty.
And at your option, you may do an additional 1d6 damage, but
Oh.
expose yourself to their attack.
Oh, sure. Let us roll an extra d6. Total of 8.
Ooh. Yeah. So, I mean, the rock was flying upward with you, and it was going to let you go.
Oh.
That's a thing that they do. And to drop you and then deal with. But anyways, as it goes to drop you, you slash it right in like a bleeding tendon, and it just loses its ability to fly. So it is now.
We're both.
Ooh.
Whee!
Yeah. Now you're both falling.
Shit.
With my other hand, I'll reach out. Broom! And see if anything happens.
I love
if I
it.
put it on the broom. Yeah, I'll just be falling.
Yeah. Can I see this happening from where I am?
Probably not, but go ahead and throw discern realities. Let's see where the dice take us here.
Oh shit. Okay.
Ooh. Is that a 9? Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, you definitely see. I'm gonna give you just right off the bat, like what is about to happen, and you see off in the distance a bird and like a shiny, metallic person falling to the ground off in the distance.
Ah!
I will try to. If I have enough time, I'll try to fly as fast as I can over there. Because I don't think I could like order it to go pick someone up. I feel like I tried to do that in the past and it didn't work.
Yeah,
so
that's not
I'll just try to. I'll try to go scoop him up.
okay. Yeah, because they are falling from a really high, like above these like jungle trees and stuff like that. So you're gonna try and zip over there. Go ahead and throw your broom.
Yeah. Oh, where's my computer? Messing up.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh. This is the
So
most
5.
cursed session.
It is.
So you're zooming along the ground to go and catch Hero.
Wow.
You make it.
Great.
And right as the rock also hits the ground.
Oh.
Nice.
Both of y'all are gonna take this damage.
I'm helping.
Just thud.
I will take.
You just yell, I'm helping, and get squashed.
Oh. How does the rock looking on top of me?
Oh, it's dead. You killed it.
Oh.
Dinner!
You get
Great job,
another.
hero!
Oh.
You also Hero
Thanks.
has another 6 points of damage from the fall.
I'll like get up and it's like you just hear the sound of metal inner workings just all rumbling. Oh, great! And then he puts a thumbs up, but his hand is crushed and is actually a thumbs down. But he meant to put a thumbs up. kind of situation. So is that a
Okay.
13 total? And I only get 1 armor, so that'll be 12?
They're
Is that
two
correct?
different
Okay.
things. Well, I would let your armor count twice there. So
Okay,
that
okay.
is
6 and then...
like 11 damage to you.
Yeah. Great.
How's Skyr doing?
How much did I take? 7?
Yes.
Oh. I'm alright. I'm hurt.
Glad you took that healing potion.
Yes. That would have taken me out.
Wait, what is your HP?
16.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Good
only
damage.
level 3.
Oh. Does our HP increase or no? I don't think it does.
Bump your con.
Oh, no. My con's not going anywhere.
Oh, well, it's great that we got the food. Sky, do you have any more of that, brew you made? I don't know if it will work for me, but...
I will
No.
also say that Niobe, you get to roll a 2d4 for rations, as you know how to harvest the bird.
I don't feel so good. And then I'm just gonna fall down to the ground.
We got 7 rations, so something worked.
Can Chad Squatch just start eating the bird like raw? Because he's a
Great.
Chad Squatch. Excellent. So he gets. Does that get any health back, or is he just full?
We'll count that as a ration, so you're gonna get. We'll go ahead and call this making camp.
Okay.
You're bedding down in a dangerous decide watch order. It's not particularly dangerous here. Go ahead. You eat and drink just fine. So go ahead and mark off 1 for each of y'all. So 4 rations down. So that is, what is that left over? 3 rations.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need rations, so it's 4.
That's right. It is 4. Cool. Everyone's gonna gain back damage equal to half your max HP.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
And it
Nice.
turns out I have like 2 different dungeon rations with quantity uses of 5. So would I add to that, or
Yeah, that's the thing.
okay?
Well, I would have given you the potion. I
That
guess you
is,
don't need it though.
yeah, that is fine. It's just 1 gear is out of place, but shouldn't be too...
Potion ascended me,
Helpful.
so I don't mind. I don't know why you're trying to take it back.
Hell. I missed an opportunity. I forgot you had those volatile healing potions on you.
Well, we have it if we need it to throw it at somebody.
No, I'm
Yeah.
worried that if something goes wrong, Skya is just gonna wither into dust.
Oh, I was gonna have it like smacks down on them and then it heals the rock. So now you've got these damaged folks and now you have bird fight.
Oh. Not good.
But nah, we didn't.
Too late. Too late.
Yeah. So we're camped out on the edge here. Go ahead and we can start doing the level up. This is honestly a great breaking point. We're to the jungle. There's almost no way you can't have next session be us adventuring around the jungle. That said, obviously it's this campaign and anything can happen. But yeah, let's go ahead and kind of get a wind down here. So, first of all, is anyone gonna level up?
Not yet.
Oh,
All right, we still have XP to do. So let's go straight into that then. XP wise, flags and drives. I'm gonna start from my leftmost note is Niobe. Why does the spelling change all the time? Okay. Drive. Take us through your drives and flags.
Drive, do what needs to be done when to do so is monstrous. Don't really think so. I didn't really I mean, I killed a rock, but that wasn't monstrous. I just shot it with an arrow. Flags, no mercy or ruthless, even though more compassionate option exists. I would say the only thing that might fill that is the fact that I didn't let them do a burial for the people that we killed on the beach. But other than that,
they
I
didn't
think
try to argue. In fact, Samuel was trying to not get you to do that.
Yeah, that's true. And then I talked to the worm monster instead of killing it, so that's
Do you know that people... You know when people lie to you, don't you? I'm suddenly
Yes.
remembering this.
No, that's Sammy from the other campaign.
Oh, okay.
I'm playing too many things. That's me.
All right, Skyer.
Oh wait, I have one more that
oh.
might apply. I don't
My
know
bad.
if this is true though. So when those other myself gain attention, I do something to bring the focus back to me. I don't know if trying to talk to that sand monster when it was trying to kill us and clearly wasn't paying attention to me counts, but that would be the only thing I think might count.
No, I like that one for that.
Okay, then I am done.
Skyer.
That was cool as hell, by the way, talking to the thing. Let's see, I have Pursuit of Hidden Knowledge is my drive. Uncover a secret and take advantage of it. I don't think I really did that this time. I did something closer to one of my flags, which is Curious, takes
For
risk
sure.
for answer, so following the glowing ball to my doom. I definitely hit that one.
100%.
Sweet Tooth, I did not. I don't
Okay.
think. I starved for the most part. Unless yearning for cake counts.
If you had been like, hold the phone, we need to track down Samuel. He took the cakes. Screw whatever else we were gonna do. Let's go find him. That would have been the glutton.
Should have done that. All right. So
Cat Squatch.
1, I think.
Yep.
Okay, so I've got that Chat Squatch has, let me pull it all up so I can have it organized. Okay, so he's got the drive of Chaotic, which is askew to the convention of the civilized world, and then he's got Glutton and Gullible as his 2 other flags. With that, I feel like he was gullible whenever Niobe was talking about Jeffrey Squatch and being faithful and everything, and he was all like really upset about it and got emotional.
Yeah, I do like that.
And then he was askew to the common world because he didn't know really what drinking potions were and all that stuff. So
For
he's
sure.
kind of like he's just shaking it and then shooting it in his mouth and just awful. And he ate the bird raw. So I would say that's pretty savage and askew to the world of the society we live in.
I think you got to, for sure.
Cool.
Hero?
So Hero's drive is not again. Sacrifice to keep someone or something you care about from being harmed by your powers didn't really happen today's session. However, one of my flags, Courageous, I think was hit, and Repulsive was not. I think 1. So today.
Alrighty. Alright, y'all, that was a blast. Let's go ahead and get some outros going here. Justin, you're my top left, so take it away.
Yeah, hey, my name is Justin Bourne. I've been acting for the Giga Lad Chat Squatch Waterloo. So I make the music for the intro and the outro, and I love making the music for the show wherever I can. Lately, I've been a little more busy, so I haven't really been making music for the show as much. But I have been using older music to bring into it. But regardless, I'm right now working on an EP. It's untitled, but I am 2 songs done right now, and I've got about 4 more, maybe less. But if you want to hear the theme song from this show or the outro for this show, come check me out at bandlab.com/mixsushi3. I have a playlist of nothing but Raven's Realm tabletop songs, which includes, like the Goblin song and a few other, like the Alsair song, which I don't even know if that made it on here, but yeah, we got a few different things on that playlist. Again, that's bandlab.com/mixsushi3.
Oh yeah. Ryan?
Hi, I am Ryan, and I've been playing Hero, the Hexblade. You can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/ballandrye.
Chris?
Hey, I'm Chris. I was playing Skyr the Witch, and let me do something really quick. Hello to users Oaks2, Ball and Rye, Commander Root, Jesse is not impressed, Kitchid, Kitten Rescue, Rinceptional, and the Cloud Hater. Thank you for watching.
Oh yeah.
And hello, Scott Buchanan.
There you go. Kai?
I am Kai. I've been playing Niobe today, the daughter of the Medusa, which unhopefully we will meet next episode. If you want to find me somewhere, my Twitter is Kitchen with 2Ds. That's KICHIDD. You can also occasionally find me in our Discord, Raven's Realm, if you want to chat and hang out with the peeps in there.
Chris, you got any stream business we need to shout out to?
Ravensrealmtabletop.com. We are rebranding a little bit to Raven's Realm without the tabletop, but our web address is still ravensrealmtabletop.com. So yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, it's twitch.tv/ravensrealm.
Y'all, this Discord shooting emojis thing is amazing.
Didn't
So
know it
apparently
existed.
they've added the ability to throw video. We can't show this on the stream, really. Well, no, it's probably
shows
actually
up
coming on
your
Riot.
screen. Yeah.
The red diamond icons shooting across the screen. That was just.
Does this show?
Yeah.
On the
Yeah,
screen?
it makes it a little bit.
It makes it a little bit
In
on.
the corner.
Yeah. On you and yeah.
Coming back from the red diamond marketplace in town. I love
I
that.
hope it survived. We
We'll
don't
see
know
next
the status of it yet.
Yeah, see y'all next week. We're gonna definitely be solid for the rest of the month of September in running sessions for season 2 specifically. So we'll see y'all in a week. Peace.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Stay
Bye.
cool.
Later, skaters.
Bye.
Bye.